Hello YouTube, it is I, Banded Wendy. Welcome to Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of August 2010, and I am your Tuesday vlogger. Great topic. Loved everyone's videos. Loved the response videos. Keep them coming. Just had a great conversation with my fiance, 7 years post-op gastric bypass, about these topics. So grab a pen and a piece of paper and take some notes and answer these questions for yourself. And we'd love to hear your answers to the questions. So here they are. How would you describe your relationship with food? Has it changed since having weight loss surgery? Was it or is it hard going through that change? What advice would you give a newbie who is struggling with their old versus new relationship with food? Good stuff, right? For myself, how would you describe your relationship with food? Today, I would say my relationship is on the healthy side, and for the most part, it is protein-driven. And I have an open communication with myself. My mind and I have many conversations about food choices, and my mind and my lap band also communicate while eating. So I have a strong relationship, a strong, healthy relationship with food. Has it changed since having weight loss surgery? Yes. I used to eat food just because, for the good, the bad, because it looked good, because I wanted it, because I had worked hard, you know, and I earned it. Now I eat for nourishment, really. You know, we've all said it in the past, and Rosemary hit it earlier this week. I eat to live now versus living to eat, like I did before. I actually pay attention when I'm eating. I take time to eat, and I enjoy the food. It's amazing when you chew something 30 times, the textures and the flavors that I wasn't even noticing before. So it's definitely changed, and it's for nourishment, and I take time to appreciate the food I'm eating. Was it or is it hard going through that change? I myself made the choice mentally when I started my pre-op liquid diet that I was going to be successful and not a failure. And I knew that surgery was part of my success, and learning how to eat the right foods, consume the right portions, and understand the value of what I was putting in my mouth was going to be what I had to do. So, you know, even day one post-op, I was using a resource, lapband.com. If you have the Allergan system band, you get that use of that website for free. And I tracked my calories. I can remember seeing 150 calories from broth and fruit juices that I was tracking. But I tracked them, and I made that a habit. So making that choice, for me, it was to be successful and not a failure. What advice would you give a newbie who is struggling with their old versus new relationship with food? Number one thing, protein first. Find protein-driven recipes. When it's time to go, you know, liquids, look for liquids that are protein liquids. There's protein waters. Milk is high in protein, even a non-fat milk. When it's time to go to mushies, Google protein. You know, look at your list of foods that you're approved to have and start Googling recipes that include those high-protein foods. Same thing as you move into different, when you can eat more solid foods. What's the lowest calorie, highest protein food I can eat, right? And make your mission to find those foods and seek them out and try them and find out which one you like best. Buy a scale, you know, measure your food. 8 ounces max when you get past that recovery stage. I have a scale. I don't use it every day. In the beginning I did, and I used it tonight, 71 weeks later. So definitely like the food scale option. Portion control. A big fan of the 1 cup container. Even though I might not eat a full cup of food, I know that no matter what, that's my max limit. Either my mind is going to have to stop at that 1 cup, or my lap band is going to tell me to stop before I get there. Controlling your calories. You know, again, after recovery of your weight loss surgery, I was told to eat 800 to 1,000 calories a day, and I keep that mentally as my game. You know, if I'm under 800, I don't like to be. I'm almost always over 800, and if I'm over 1,000, That's okay. I don't like to be. I try to target between 8 and 1,000 calories a day. Read nutritional labels. You know, oftentimes when we've been obese, we've never dieted before. And, you know, look for things that are low in calorie, high in protein, have a good amount of fiber, low in sugars. Um, Protein for me is number one, calories and protein. But read those nutritional labels so you understand what it is exactly that you're putting into your mouth. Number 6, track calories and protein daily. You know, I did it religiously for the first 4 or 5 months of surgery, and I was losing weight. And then I stopped doing it so religiously, and I can look back now and see that my weight loss was much slower. And then probably around month 9 or so, when I realized I wasn't going to hit my personal goal at my 1-year surgery, I said, I'll track calories. I read it somewhere, calories and protein for 1 week, or the first week of the month, just as a reminder to remind myself what calories are in what foods that I eat. And I'm happy to say since then I've made it pretty much religiously, Monday through Friday for sure I do it. And I'm aware on the weekends, but that has been a huge success for me. The more weight you lose and the less weight you have to lose, the more important those calories actually are. 200 calories can make all the difference in a week for weight loss. 7, take time to sit down, eat, and enjoy your food. You know, with weight loss surgery, there is no eating on the run anymore, really. For me, I have to sit down, I have to focus. I need to focus on the chewing, I need to focus on the feeling I have of the food, the satisfaction and the fullness that my band tells me I have. Food now takes time. I don't just scarf it down anymore. Try varieties of protein. Try them all. You know, try everything until you find the ones that work best for your tool and give you the most success as far as weight loss goes, and also that make you feel the best when you eat them. 9. Focus on this. This is a game of progress, guys, not perfection. We're obese for a reason, and we're going to have to pull back the onion and understand why, and obviously food is a part of it. And weight loss surgery helps us, but it doesn't fix us. So remember that. You're not a failure if you don't do something right today or in this meal. Again, progress, not perfection. Don't watch TV when you eat. You know, that becomes mindless eating, and it's easy to overeat or be distracted while eating. So stay away from the TV when you're eating. 10. Recognize when you're hungry, physically hungry, and eat only when you're physically hungry. And that's a huge game, right? To not eat because I'm mentally hungry, but my stomach is gnawing, you know, and there's a cautionary period there. You don't want to get famished, as BB told me earlier today. You want to feel a time to eat. I'm hungry. I need to nourish and feed my body. And you'll be surprised how little it actually takes to get rid of that pain, that hunger pang. And think about exercise, right? When you're looking at those nutritional labels, and you know how hard you have to work at exercise, think how long it takes to burn off 170 calories. Is that food worth that sweat? There's going to be some days where you say, absolutely. But the more you think about it, the easier it is to say no to that food, because you only have so much energy to sweat, right? And you can only burn off so many calories in so much time. So that's a good connection for me. Like how many minutes, at how fast a speed am I going to have to run on that treadmill to make up for eating that Hershey bar last night, right? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the topic. Keep them coming as far as your video responses. 7 days a week, a different vlogger. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.